Hola, queridos amigos, ¿cómo están? Qué bueno que hayan podido conectarse a esta transmisión. Hoy día vamos a estar con el gran Tom Big Al. En verdad, estar con él es un lujo, ya que nos está regalando tips de alto valor. Vamos a hablar un poquito de mentalidad, estrategias, ideas de presentaciones efectivas. Vamos a hablar algunos tips que queremos darles a ustedes para que puedan lograr tener grandes resultados. Él va a estar con nosotros de forma presencial el 4 de noviembre y nos va a compartir algo extraordinario en el evento Go Mastermind, así que tú tienes que estar ahí. Bueno, Tom Big Al es autor de ya 35 libros, de los cuales 23 libros los tiene en español y ya tiene 3 audiolibros en este momento en la plataforma Amazon, en el lugar que se llama Audible, así que ustedes pueden buscarlo por ahí y también pueden capacitarse de forma inmediata. Tom es un experto en marketing, lleva muchos años entrenando a personas, ha creado grandes historias de éxito y bueno, nosotros no somos la excepción. Somos personas que hemos sido mentoreados por ellos, ayudándolos a muchas personas a lograr grandes resultados. Y el día de hoy tenemos al gran Tom Big Al. Bienvenido, Tom. Me gustaría hacerte esta entrevista y empezar a hablar sobre la mentalidad, ¿sí? La mentalidad. Las personas nuevas, ¿no? Todas las personas nuevas no tienen pues una mentalidad tal vez de saber qué es lo que viene dentro del negocio. Eso pues lo van aprendiendo poco a poco. Sin embargo, me gustaría escuchar de ti qué consideras tú que debería tener una persona nueva para tener la mentalidad correcta para avanzar en su negocio.
I would want is the desire for change. Because if people want change, they can learn new skills. Skills are easy to teach. But if they don't have a desire for change, our job is not to change people. Our job is to offer them an opportunity. So I'd look for people that want to have a change in their life, who want more money or better health or better lifestyle. All we need to do is find people with problems and ask them if they want to change or not. And that's our business.
Y bueno, entendemos de que, claro, al momento que la persona encuentra esos motivos, esos deseos de cambio, en el camino pues siempre hay desafíos, ¿no? O sea, esos subes y bajas, ¿no? Primero estás bien emocionado, después estás sin la emoción, otra vez vuelve la emoción, otra vez cae. ¿Cómo consideras que la persona debiera mantener un ritmo de trabajo tranquilo, ¿no? Sin estrés?
All of our anxiety is self-induced. We cause it to ourselves. And we get this anxiety by having our own personal agenda, what we want. So here's how we can not worry about rejection or up and down emotions. It's very easy to do. Let's change how we think. When I started, I thought my job was to convince people and change their mind. Well, that doesn't work very good. But if we change our thinking to this, it will work much better. My job is to find people who want change, offer them the opportunity, and they can choose if they want to do it or not. So I'm not emotionally attached to their decision. All I know is my job is to let them know there's an opportunity for their life. It's up to them to decide what they want to do with their life. So that way I'm not stressed.
Excelente, excelente. Otra pregunta es, ¿no? Si hablamos de las invitaciones, ¿no? Invitaciones, el reto más grande que tiene la persona sobre cómo invitar, ya que estamos en tiempos distintos, ¿no? Antes las personas podían acercarse tal vez a las casas, ¿no? Hoy las personas invitan mucho por las redes sociales. ¿Cómo podrías recomendarnos hacer invitaciones efectivas por el internet?
This is really easy to do. And I like making invitations by just saying these words, then let's talk. So here is an example. I make a message to somebody would you like to have a career change that pays more? And they text back, yes, I would. And I would answer, then let's talk. And they would go, okay. And I said, well, should we pick up the phone or talk by Zoom or meet in person? Setting the appointment is easy if we just say, then we should talk. So that's how I find setting appointments to be easy for people I don't know personally.
Perfecto, o sea, la idea es hacer invitaciones simples, sencillas. ¿Y tienes alguna, tal vez una lista de ideas?
Okay, for people I do know, I used to be afraid or ashamed. I did not want to approach him about the business. And I said, well, it's my best friend. I don't want to look like a salesman. Or, my uncle's so important. I'm intimidated. He won't want to listen to me. And then I learned to say these words. And remember, what we want is no agenda. We just let people know. So to get an appointment, I would say, I am perfectly comfortable with your decision if you want to look at my business or not. That's up to you. But I was uncomfortable not letting you know I got into this business and not telling you, and then you might think that I didn't care about you. Now, when I do that, people say, oh, I understand why you called me. And yes, we're good friends. I understand. So it gives me a reason to call people that I would be uncomfortable with. So the technique is called comfortable, uncomfortable. So I'd say, I'm comfortable with your decision to look at my business or not. That's up to you. And they go, oh, thank you, thank you. But I was uncomfortable not letting you know and having you think that I didn't care about you. And they say, oh, that's nice that you care about me. That's the best way I know to get an appointment with somebody I know that where I may not feel comfortable.
Claro, es más que nada como que preocuparse por la persona, ¿no? O sea, indistintamente si hace o no hace el negocio, uno está pensando en ayudarlo, ¿no? En resolverle un problema, en guiarlo, de repente darle una alternativa de negocio. Excelente, Tom, gracias por esa idea clarísima. Quisiera preguntarte, en Network Marketing se habla mucho de la duplicación, ¿no? O sea, temas que son...
Yes.
Es necesario, ¿no? Es necesario. ¿Cómo aplicamos el tema de la duplicación en nuestro negocio?
We want to make sure we duplicate the results. We don't have to duplicate how we get there. So for an example, if Alexis is a famous athlete and many people want to join him, well, they can't all be famous athletes. It's hard for them to duplicate that. But maybe I join and I have a small store. Every day, new people come to my store. They're friends, they buy. I can talk to them. But if they join, they can't duplicate that. They don't have a store. But they have a lot of relatives. They can talk to their relatives. And I can't duplicate that because I don't have many relatives. I would have to get married many times to have that many relatives. So what I do is say, we have to talk to people. what way of talking people is most comfortable for you? And some will say, well, I like using the internet and sending messages. I like talking on Zoom. I like meeting people in person. I know so many people now, I will never run out of people to talk to. I like going to networking events and meeting new people. Oh, I just like going up and down the street and talking to strangers. All of those ways work, but we have to choose one way. Nobody's going to duplicate what their sponsor is going to do. They might have different talents, but they should duplicate the result, which is to talk to people. So it doesn't matter how we get in front of the person to talk to. What matters is that we're in front of people to talk to. So yes, duplicate the result, but don't worry if we do it different.
Excelente. Sí, bueno, esto de repente en el mercadeo en red, queridos amigos, es un, se podría decir que es como una idea de que todo tiene que ser igual. O sea, quiere decir que uno llama igual, uno presenta igual, uno hace actividades igual. Y en realidad, como dice Tom, en realidad no es eso, ¿no? Se trata de duplicar los resultados. O sea, quiere decir que el objetivo es personas y hacer las acciones. Obviamente no van a ser parecidas ni iguales, ¿no? Pero por lo menos tratar de empezar a hacer las actividades para que existan los resultados. Si no, pues no podría funcionar. Eso está súper chévere, bien claro, ¿verdad? Que muchas veces no hemos sabido explicar de repente lo que era la duplicación, pero ahora lo comprendemos mucho mejor. Y esa es la idea. Otro tema, quería preguntarte, Tom, con respecto a el tema de cómo las personas podrían hacer presentaciones más efectivas, ¿no? O sea, obviamente estamos en temas o en épocas diferentes, ¿no? Tenemos Zoom, tenemos presentaciones por celular, WhatsApp, pero ¿cómo podríamos hacer presentaciones más efectivas, más sencillas, más fáciles de hacer? ¿Qué consejos nos puedes dar en las presentaciones de negocio?
Well, today is different than 20 years ago. People have very short attention spans, like TikTok. So they don't want to watch long company videos. They don't want us to read PowerPoint slides to them like they can't read. They get bored. So this would be my best advice. Not everybody wants to know about our compensation plan. Not everybody wants to know about our products. Not everybody wants to know about the background of the company founder. Many people will want to know different things. If we talk about things they are not interested in, they're going to be bored and not join. So we say, okay, so much pressure. We're going to read their mind. We're going to find out exactly what they want to know. And they're going to say, wow. So here's what we're going to do. In English, this is 7 words. So I say to somebody at the set appointment, well, then we should talk. And they say, yeah, we should talk. Well, when? Well, how about right now? So what am I going to do? Time for presentation. So I'm going to say these 7 words in English. So what would you like to know first? And they're going to go, wow, you're not a pushy salesman. You asked me what I wanted. You're not going to just talk at me. You're going to let me talk. We're having a conversation. Well, let me tell you what I want to know first. And they will tell us exactly what's on their mind. And you say, wow, that was pretty easy. So they might say, well, the first thing I want to know is what's the name of your company? I say, well, this is the name of the company. And then we go, well, what would you like to know next? And they go, can I make a lot of money? Yeah. What would you like to know next? Well, do I have to be a super salesman and get rejection? No. We have training to show you how to do it. Oh, okay. What would you like to know next? Wow. After about 3 or 4 questions, they don't have anything else. And then I would say these words. What would you like to do next? Well, I guess I would be interested in coming to a meeting or joining or meeting you for coffee, or it's that easy. So the 3 sentences we have to remember is, what would you like to know first? What would you like to know next? And finally, what would you like to do next? And that's an easy way of giving the perfect presentation every time.
Por eso cuando lo explicas tan divertido. Y la idea es eso, ¿no? Pero ahí, bueno, en todo ese proceso obviamente hay que practicar, pero son 2 palabras, o bueno, 2, sí, pues, 2 preguntas, ¿no? Básicas que hay que hacer en una presentación, ¿verdad? Es ¿qué te gustaría saber, ¿no? ¿Qué te gustaría saber? Y el otro es, ¿qué más? O sea, ¿qué otra cosa más quisieras hacer, ¿no? O sea, es
Yes.
increíble. Me encanta.
People like me. I will ask a lot of questions. And then there's people that are blue personalities, just like to have fun, that take immediate action. They will have no questions. It's amazing. I says, how do these people live? So what's nice about this is people will ask the amount of questions that they need, that they feel comfortable with. So we're going to be doing the perfect presentation almost every time.
Ya hemos escuchado lo que Tom nos ha mencionado con respecto a cómo hacer presentaciones efectivas. Está buenísimo. Ahora vamos a preguntarle a Tom, hablamos de liderazgo, ¿no? ¿Cómo podríamos nosotros convertirnos en buenos líderes, Tom? ¿Qué consejos nos das para convertirnos en buenos líderes?
Oh, wow. Leadership, that's a big subject. Of course, we'll talk about it at the mastermind. But leaders that think more about the people they're trying to help and less about themselves, people like that. So I'll give you an example. I call a distributor and I say, we have a meeting, bring some guests. You haven't been bringing guests lately. And soon my distributor is going to say, oh, I don't want to hear my leader call anymore because I always feel bad. But what if I call that person and says, we have another meeting. It's a chance to bring guests. Is there anything I can do to help so you could bring more guests? And now that person says, I look forward to calls from my leader. So true leaders, their job is to get the people they lead to do better. Give them better skills, more motivation, more inspiration. So it may not be that we are the best in the world. It's just that we want to help everybody get better. And people love leaders like that.
Excelente. Bueno, ahora quería preguntarte el tema del liderazgo es súper amplio, ¿no? Hay varios aspectos que considerar. Pero acá me había saltado un tema importante después de hacer presentaciones, ¿no? Después de hacerlo sencillo, simple, como lo mencionas. También viene la otra etapa, ¿no? Que era hacer los cierres, ¿no? O sea, cómo hacer un cierre efectivo con una persona. Entonces, ¿qué consejos nos das con el tema de los cierres efectivos?
Okay, the first thing is we all hate it when people say, I need to think it over. We hate that. So here's my advice. Don't give them that option. So you say, here's what we're going to do. Is we're going to give people two choices. Choice number one is to take the wonderful option I offered you now to join our business or buy our product. That's choice number one. Choice number two is don't take it. Keep your life the same. So if they want to think it over, that means they're not taking it. It's keeping their life the same. So there's only two choices. Now, the human mind likes it when there's only two choices. It's easier for us to think. And we hate to close by saying, do you want to join, please? Because we could get rejected. But we can position ourselves as being more confident and no rejection simply by saying, what is going to be easier for you? What is going to be easier for you? And then we're going to give them our two choices. So it would sound like this. What is going to be easier for you? To start your business tonight so you can get a second paycheck for your family, or keep your life the same trying to get by on one paycheck? It's their life, it's their choice. No rejection. We just gave them an opportunity. It's their choice if they want it or not. So you could say, what is going to be easier for you? To start a part-time business so you can eventually leave your job and earn more money, or to give up and just say, this is my miserable life for the rest of my life. Just two choices. And we're not rejected. We say, my job is to give you choices. It's your job to choose your life.
Wow, excelente. Estaba tomando nota del tip, esto de que nuestro trabajo es dar opciones a las personas. En verdad sí es una tremenda idea, ¿no? Porque claro, en el negocio nosotros, claro, bueno, vamos predispuestos, ¿no? Mentalmente a saber si la persona se va a unir o no se va a unir, pero no estamos pensando en que lo que estamos haciendo es, les estamos dando una herramienta, les estamos ayudando, pero también les estamos diciendo, oye, mira, o lo puedes hacer o no lo puedes hacer, ¿no? Y si no lo puedes hacer, bueno, esta es lo que has elegido y esto es lo que tú vas a finalmente decidir, ¿no? O sea, más allá yo no me tengo que crear preocupaciones, ¿no?
Here's the good news. We can make our options so good in our favor that most people will want what we have to offer instead of keeping their miserable life.
¿Qué otras, bueno, aprovechando, Tom, que estamos acá, ¿qué otras opciones más podríamos darle? De repente unos ejemplos que podríamos profundizar más.
Options so we don't feel rejected. So I like this one. We say, does it make sense to do what I just presented instead of keeping your life the same? So example would be, does it make sense to join our business now so next year you don't have to fight traffic to work, instead of fighting traffic to work every day until you die? It's only a choice.
Excelente, excelente. Bien, bien, Tom. Quisiera que me regales, yo estaba revisando tu página web y bueno, ahí tienes una área que le llaman blogs y en esa página tú mencionas que tienes tus 3 mejores cierres para prospectos, los 3. Me gustaría que nos puedas regalar esas 3 opciones de cierre?
Well, let's ask ourselves, do we want to get rejected? And the answer is no, we don't want to get rejected. So what can we say that's safe? And we already did 2 of the 3 closes. So the first close was what's going to be easier for you. We did that and gave them a choice to take our offer or keep things the same. Our second was, does it make sense to, start our business instead of keeping your life the same? But the third one is different. The third one is kind of takes a more skill. It works like this. We're coming up to the close and we say, I'm afraid to ask, do you want to join or not? So instead, we ask this question. Would you like to know the first steps we will take to kickstart your business, to get your business started? And they might say, yeah, so if I join, what steps would I take? Now, think about this. If they want to know what steps they'll take by joining our business, they want to join. Because if they're not interested in joining, they don't want to have more information. So what we did was kind of skip the close, took them into the future, and they could see themselves doing the business. So I'll give an example. So at the end, we're thinking, well, that's pretty much how our business works. You probably would like to know the first steps that we will take together when we kickstart your business. They go, well, yeah. I said, well, the first thing we're going to do is go online and get you a registration number. Then the second thing we're going to do is we're going to watch these videos that show us some secret ways of talking to people. And then the third thing is, and what has happened, they're kind of agreeing with us because they're saying, well, yeah, I want to be doing this, this, and this into the future. So those are just 3 easy ways of closing. There's many more, but just giving people a choice is just so easy and so much fun.
Excelente, excelente, Tom, muchas gracias. Quisiera preguntarte ahora, bueno, ya estamos cerca del evento Go Mastermind, ¿no? Pues sabemos que es un evento muy chévere.
Yes.
Me gustaría saber qué nos traes para el evento Go Mastermind, si nos puedes contar un poco.
For the Mastermind event, we're going to talk about the skills of what to say and what to do. Everybody's already inspired. They're excited. They're full of enthusiasm. But if we go out and say bad things, it's not going to work. So here is an example. I wanted to become an airplane pilot. So did I get excited and run out, jump into an airplane and start flying? No, that probably would not end well. But what I did do is go to a school, and I got another pilot to go up with me and teach me and show me everything before I flew by myself. So having the skills is important. Having our mindset, wanting to do it, excitement, that's great. But if we don't have the skills, we are afraid to start. For example, let's say we can't swim. We can have a mindset, I want to swim, I'm excited about it, but as we stand at the edge to jump into the ocean, because we don't have any skills, we're afraid to start, even though we want to swim so badly. So during the mastermind, we'll be talking exactly what to say, exactly what to do. So now that we're excited, we're going to get fantastic results. So that's what we'll cover in the mastermind.
Excelente, Tom. Muchísimas gracias. Ahora, bueno, para aprovecharte unos minutos, me gustaría que nos puedas regalar una invitación para el evento Go Mastermind del 4 y 5 de noviembre, ya que vienes presencialmente. ¿Qué mensaje le podemos dar a todas las personas que aún están por unirse al evento? Si los puedes invitar, Tom.
Well, for those that are already registered, you know the value of a mastermind event. Here is your worst nightmare. And that is, you come to the mastermind event and you say, wow, this changed my life. This gave me a chance to really build. My belief is really high because I'm surrounded by people who think the same way I do. My life has changed. And then you go, but I didn't invite any of my team. If I had 2 people or 5 people on my team here, we would explode. But I didn't invite them. So the worst nightmare is to come to the mastermind alone. If you want to grow fast, get a core team of people who want the same skills you do. We all learn together and we become accountable to each other. And this is how we can make our business explode. Now, if you haven't registered for the mastermind yet, let me encourage you by saying this. Let's not wait 1 year or 2 years or 3 years to learn what to do. Let's learn how to do that right now. So register as soon as you can, because one good idea could change your life forever.
Excelente. Gracias, Tom. Ha sido genial compartir contigo este espacio increíble. Hemos estado con Tom Big Al. Él nos va a acompañar el 4 y 5 de noviembre para este evento increíble. Bien, queridos amigos, hemos estado con el gran Tom Big Al. Él nos ha compartido información de alto valor. En verdad, hemos aprendido muchísimo. Ya saben, sí, hay una buena y una mala noticia. La buena noticia es que si vas al evento Go Mastermind, vas a aprender a hacer el negocio de manera extraordinaria. Pero si no vas, entonces te vas a quedar en el mismo lugar. No hay más que pensar en este momento, es ponerse en acción y estar con nosotros en el Go Mastermind del 4 y 5 de noviembre. Este evento es un evento extraordinario, un evento transformacional, es un evento que va a ser un antes y un después y va a inspirar a muchas personas a lograr grandes resultados. Tú sabes que quieres llegar a los niveles más altos, ¿verdad? Sabes que quieres alcanzar resultados ya. Bueno, este es el momento para hacerlo, así que no te pierdas, no te quedes afuera. Recuerda que este evento, en la historia que hemos hecho del Go Mastermind, es un evento limitado, cupos limitados, o sea, no hay más espacios, así que tienes que correr para poder estar dentro de este evento de forma presencial. Los esperamos, cuídense.